Oh, so it's no secret that I've been a big fan of the CMF Phone 1. I mean, the world knows it.
CMF Phone 1 launched. Abhi bhi I don't think there's a better phone in that price range.
CMF Phone 1.
ये बस CMF से कुछ ज़्यादा ही वो है.
And now the CMF Phone 2 Pro is here, and this too has launched at an attractive price tag of 18,999, 16,999 with a bank discount. And with the kind of things CMF has been adding to the CMF Phone 2 Pro, you'd actually think that this is a no-brainer. This is just the best phone under 20,000 rupees. But hang on, let me just burst your bubble right there. Yes, there is a catch here. Actually, catches, plural.
Type my name on your screen. I'm Becky, join my scene. Now let's present it. Christmas Eve. You with a bad girl, I have females, but me.
This is Rupesh, you're watching Sillycorns. Subscribe because I'm gonna go full Sherlock on this thing. And yeah, I'll get to that catch. But first, one thing is for sure. Unlike the CMF Phone 1, where nothing was like, fuck it, we're gonna make something crazy with its removable back and everything, the CMF Phone 2 Pro is more towards practicality. I say that because the back covers cannot be swapped anymore, and that overall results in a more practical phone. The sharp edges around the screws are gone, the dial isn't jutting out anymore and blends in with the phone's curve. It just feels more like a regular phone, and that's not a bad thing because this is any day way more comfortable than the CMF Phone 1. Especially since this is also slimmer at 7.8mm, almost 20 grams lighter compared to the Phone 1, and you notice all of that instantly. And all of this while keeping the same 5000 mAh battery, which I know, no match to the 6000 mAh or 7000 mAh silicon carbon batteries. But hey, nothing brought out the biggest surprise of 2025. This has a charger in the box. Yes, you get a 33-watt PD/PPS charger along with the C2C cable, and wait for it, a transparent case as well. Yes, this is the first Nothing phone where an unboxing kind of made sense. And I also like the box with the embossed CMF Phone 2 Pro on the top. I also like the phone comes with a pre-applied screen protector. So it's taking care of our Indian needs where you want everything right there in the box. And I like the fact that the different colors of the CMF Phone 2 Pro all bring different things to the table. I mean, this light green we have, and the black has a plastic bag with a sort of frosted glass-like finish. The orange, which looks fantastic in person, has a dual-tone finish with the metallic finish on the bottom part. The white too has a dual-tone finish with the bottom featuring a sort of sandstone finish. All of them also have body color matching buttons, no silver buttons now. Now the back panel might not be removable, but Nothing has tried to make sure that the modularity aspect of CMF phones is still there, although I'm not sure it's as fun as it was in the CMF Phone 1. I mean, it's still got this dial that you can remove and attach, say, the lanyard accessory, but since the dial is smaller to make sure it's not hitting your hand, it does not have these grooves from the Phone 1, so it's a bit harder to unscrew. Also, if you're wondering what's the point of these screws if you can't unscrew the back, well, this is for the new universal back cover, which as you can see has this magnetic ring inside. Now to attach this, you open the dial, you open the screws one by one, and now put in this back cover and screw things back. I mean, it's not the same as a swappable back panel, but with this cover, you can now attach more cool accessories. There's this magnetic wallet, which also works as a phone stand. But the more interesting one are these interchangeable lenses. So these attach to the primary camera like this, and one of them is macro, and it's actually pretty cool as you can see from these shots. Another one is a wide angle lens with a sort of fisheye effect. I know it's not exactly fisheye, but you get that cool look, and yeah, at least you still get some fun accessories. Now the back part, what exactly has changed? So the IP rating has gone from 52 to 54. The bezels are still kind of thick, but when compared to the CMF Phone 1, they are actually narrower. You still get the optical in-display fingerprint scanner, the dual SIM plus micro SD hybrid slot remains, and like the new Nothing Phone 3A, this too has the essential key, which is kind of handy. I mean, you can use it to save a product you saw, say, on Insta, set reminders for things, and you can even use it in the camera for, say, noting down parking numbers. I mean, like the fact that Nothing did not keep this exclusive for its higher-end phones, so that's good. The display is also improved compared to the Phone 1. It's still a 120Hz AMOLED, but it's a 10-bit panel now. It's got PWM dimming, there's Pana glass protection, and it's also slightly brighter versus the Phone 1. All in all, I like this display. It looks sharp and vibrant, no weird tint issues people complain about in the Phone 2A. It has HDR support in YouTube, no HDR in Netflix because no Netflix pre-installed. Heck, there's no bloatware whatsoever in typical Nothing fashion. And that, if you ask me, is a big deal. I mean, every single phone under 20K comes with some sort of bloatware, so this is just a great experience. And this is running NothingOS 3.2, so you get all the widgets, you get the new quick settings. There's a new private space feature in the app drawer for, private stuff. And unlike the phone one, this is promised to get 3 OS updates and 6 years of security updates. And considering how good Nothing has been with updates, I'm really positive about this. And then there's also the fact that this has the NothingOS optimization. I mean, sure, this is powered by the MediaTek Dimensity 7300 Pro, which is basically the 7300 but with 10% faster CPU, 5% faster GPU. And I like that there's no 6GB RAM version now, and storage is UFS 2.2, as you can see from the storage test. And yeah, in terms of benchmarks, this scores what you'd expect. And compared to the CMF Phone 1, it does score a little higher, but yeah, no match to the Oppo K13 or a lot of other phones in this price segment. Yeah, this is clearly not the most powerful phone under 20,000 rupees, but the fact that this chipset was being used in the CMF Phone 1 means that it's actually already very optimized. I mean, I haven't come across any bugs, everything seems smooth and consistent. Gaming is good too. COD Mobile runs without any problems. BGMI has 120 FPS support out of the box and it runs without any lags or stutter. Now the phone does get slightly warm after a long gaming session, but it's definitely not heating. Yeah, the performance is solid here, but I think, and that's my theory, the reason this is called the CMF Phone 2 Pro and not the CMF Phone 2 is because of the cameras. See, the CMF Phone 1 had 1 camera practically, and this has 3 cameras and no 2 megapixel crap here. You get a 50 megapixel Samsung sensor that we have seen in the Phone 3a, but no OIS, yep, slight cost cutting. Then there's the 8 megapixel OmniVision ultra wide sensor and the 50 megapixel OmniVision telephoto lens, again no OIS here too. And this triple camera sounds awesome because a lot of phones in this price segment don't even have an ultra wide angle camera. And here's Nothing giving you not 1, not 2, 3 cameras. But you guessed it, there is a catch. So first things first, the camera app here is snappy. It's got the new presets feature that we saw in the Phone 3a. The new gallery opens up the photos really quickly from the camera. But coming to the photos, I compared the primary camera versus the Phone 1, and while both of them are pretty close, there are some advantages in the Phone 2 Pro. I mean, daytime both the phones take good shots. The colors look vibrant without going overboard. The contrast seems apt. It's in the low light where you can see the Phone 2 Pro doing better in terms of dynamic range as well as the colors. The Phone 2 Pro shots are just more pleasing here. Now there is one thing to note, I did feel that while the photos look good, the details are kind of okayish because the moment you zoom in, the details kind of start to get blurry a lot of times. Now as for the ultra wide angle camera, it does a good job, especially for this price range. It's decent enough, but it's actually the telephoto lens that kind of seems okayish. See, when there's really good light, it does a good job. It's usable, definitely. And it's handy in the portrait mode because on the surface, the portraits look good in terms of blur and edge detection, but I did feel that the face wasn't always sharp, and the moment you go indoors, the 2x lens does tend to mess up the skin tones, and maybe it's the lack of OIS, maybe the optimization. And I know it's a phone under 20k and I'm keeping my expectations in check, but what's even the point of a 2x portrait lens that's not really great when a really good primary camera could have done the job with the 2x crop? Now in terms of videos, the primary camera and the telephoto support 4K videos, and while the footage from the primary camera is solid, no weird focus hunting, things are sharp, EIS does the job too with stability, the 2x lens does not quite keep up in terms of sharpness. Another cost cutting I noticed only because the punch hole in the Phone 2 Pro was bigger when compared to the Phone 1 is the fact that the CMF Phone 2 Pro 16 megapixel selfie camera is not the same as the CMF Phone 1. This has an f2.4 aperture compared to f2.0 in the Phone 1, and when I took some selfies, I did find that while the Phone 2 Pro takes decent selfies, you can see the CMF Phone 1 capturing the shadows and the highlights better. Another catch here is that like the CMF Phone 1, the Phone 2 Pro also has a single speaker at the bottom, no stereo speakers, but turns out it's actually worse than the CMF Phone 1. I mean, a side-by-side comparison makes it pretty clear that the speaker here is pretty average in terms of bass or even clarity for that matter, and I checked this with both the CMF Phone 2 Pros I have. I mean, just listen to this. See, if you ask me, I think the CMF Phone 2 Pro has 2 sides to it. Just hear me out. On one hand, I think there's obviously no perfect phone ever, and the CMF Phone 2 Pro has some obvious cost cuttings, especially on the speaker front and even in the camera somewhat, but around 17-18k with the bank discount, this still looks like a banger of a phone. There's a lot of good stuff here, but on the other hand, these compromises make me think, what if Nothing had swapped the 2x telephoto lens here for maybe a better stereo speaker setup, or heck, even a better primary camera that does the job in both 2x and portrait mode? Well, that would have been something, right? What do you guys think? Also tell me, which phone should I compare the CMF Phone 2 Pro with, or maybe the Oppo K13 or the Moto H50 Neo? Comment down below. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Make sure to subscribe.